Yep.
Mike's hot. We're live again. Sorry,
Oh, okay.
everybody. We had a little internet issue. No big deal. Um, so we are going to close this out with velocity now. Take it away, Mokai.
Yeah. So just to close it out, right?
Uh,
One important thing I think we should all be looking at.
sure.
It's not that tickets are expensive. It's looking at FIFA is organizing an event for a certain market. That market will show up. That market is already buying the tickets. They're lining up for hours to
Right.
buy the tickets. We
Yeah.
are going to see empty stadiums. That's for sure. Games like South Africa versus South Korea might be empty. And I think that game might be in Mexico too. But we are going to see empty stadiums in Mexico. We're going to see empty stadiums in Canada. We're going to see empty stadiums in the United States. But this is the group stages. That's where
I know,
the
but that's really interesting. Let me slow you down for 1 second, just for my own curiosity.
Mhm.
Because you created this series, I'm curious to how you feel about this and what your answer would be. Just because the stadium is empty, all of those tickets are going to be purchased and sold. You know what I mean? Like there's still going to be a lot of money washed through the original buying and fake virtual selling. Like there's still going to be a lot of money changing hands for a completely empty stadium that nobody had any interest in going to.
that's the fun part of it because FIFA is selling tickets like hotcakes, but we are going to see empty stadiums.
Yeah. Because
Yes,
people
that
just don't care. Yeah.
yes, but also you have the broadcasters. Obviously, they are paying for a World Cup.
Yeah.
They're paying for optics.
Uh-huh.
So we must see what looks like a World Cup.
Yeah. Well, you're still gonna get all the fancy angles and the Mexicans being like, oh no, go. Like you're still gonna get you're gonna get all the pomp and circumstance. And it's gonna
We're
look
gonna
good on TV.
it's gonna look good on TV
Uh-huh.
because right now we have the technology and
Sure.
the artists who know how to make it look good. I
Sure.
mean, they made tickets available that cost $60, right?
Right.
Like for the final, the $60 tickets, but the MetLife Stadium has 82,000 seats, but
Okay.
the $60 tickets, that's only 450 seats,
Right. Yeah.
about 450.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And the teams that go to the final, they only getting 8%. 8%. That's what they're getting
The tape.
of the
Yeah.
seats. Yes.
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
Normal is 60.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yes. Like the teams that advance, like for instance, if previous finalist was France and Argentina,
Uh-huh.
that means they're getting like 6,000 tickets each. Only 6,000 for
Yeah.
their
Which is
supporters.
preposterous. Yeah, that's like right.
The rest of the stadium will be bought by those who can afford.
Yeah.
And we don't want to assume where they're coming from.
Sure,
But
sure, sure.
if someone wants to know, they should watch like tennis or golf
Uh-huh.
for practice. Yeah, if
Yeah.
someone wants practice on how to interact with that crowd that's going to be there, they should watch like the Formula One and know when to clap because it
Yeah,
won't be
very
like normal.
quiet. Yeah, very quiet, very boring, very droll.
Yeah,
Lots of business meetings happening. People that don't even care about the event that's happening in front of their face.
because you out of 6 million, I think it's 6 million tickets. 1 million are your hospitality tickets.
Sure.
That's very rare.
Okay.
It doesn't happen so often.
Uh-huh.
And the company that's managing the hospitality tickets is the same company that does it for the Super Bowl They do it
Mhm.
for what
All
else
the
is
big
big?
American bread and circus sporting events,
Yes.
the boxing matches, the horse racing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Uh-huh. The
so
real
watch
concerts.
so hearing that
Uh-huh.
prices are too expensive for now, I think we should see that it's not news anymore.
Well, so you just said it the right way because it puts in on display for the entire world to see the bifurcation of what the top 10% and above, especially the 1% and the 0.1%.
Mm-hmm.
So football is all it takes is a bunch of kids, a bunch of half hungry, starving, scraggly, scrawny, skinny, dusty. It only takes a fucking ball and a fake net of some sort. Just decide what the goal is. Doesn't matter if it's reeds, a woven basket,
Mm-hmm.
chalk, a plastic crate, whatever. Get a ball. It doesn't even matter if we don't have a real ball. Like, let's just get a ball. We're going to go out there. We're going to football all day long. Like, me being a poor kid, it was always easy to just go grab a stick and a ball, and you could pretend to be the greatest baseball player in the world.
Yeah.
Basketball here, we would nail a plastic milk crate way up high on a electricity pole, and you could make a ball out of anything and just throw that ball, cut out the bottom of the crate and just throw the ball through the crate. It was just us and a milk crate and a ball. And it was the same thing, like uh even when I moved way out to the suburbs and I was surrounded by all this water that froze in the wintertime because it was so cold, it was the same thing with hockey. I mean, the skates were a little bit expensive, but you could get them for like $100. So if the water was frozen and it was wintertime, you went and grabbed a stick and a rubber
Yeah.
puck and you put on your skates, and it's just what you do all day long. So turning these events that are made for actual human beings, and we all love it because it's a part of our real life. Like, even if
Yeah.
you're not an athletically gifted person, you have a brother or a friend or a cousin or something that is athletically gifted, and you get to live vicariously through them.
Yeah.
So when I played American football in high school, I played against 11 kids that ended up playing in the professional NFL league, and one of them won a Super Bowl. So so all of us kind of know somebody that made a team
Yeah.
somewhere, right? Like, we love it for a reason. So when you have events like this turn into something for snobby rich people that probably don't care about the sport and probably didn't play it, and if they did, they didn't play it very well. And like their daddy bought them into a prep school. Like this,
Mm-hmm.
the richest people on the planet aren't very serious, real people. They don't actually make music or art, or they're not high level athletes. They don't really accomplish anything. They were born rich. They got a bunch of free bank money at 0% interest for free. They may or may not have done something with it. Like, I don't they're not very accomplished people. They're not serious people. Like, my when I meet multimillionaires or billionaires, if they're not self-made people, they're not very bright, they're not very interesting, they haven't really accomplished anything. Their companies mostly cause a great deal of pain. Like, their companies are actually kind of quite destitute of any virtue whatsoever. It's like, what do you do again? Oh, you make missiles? Wow, how helpful. That seems awesome.
Mm.
You sell trucks that cost $130,000? Yeah, that seems really convenient. That's like 30% of the price of my house. Like what like I don't need $130,000 truck. Like I'm just trying to go fill up trailers of dirt and like fix something and like move a refrigerator. Why would that cost me $130,000? Like when you unspin what these people do and who they are and where they come from, they're just kind of ugly, not very interesting people. So the idea that we're all supposed to participate in these bread and circus Hunger Game charades, where it's like, oh look, we're at the fancy cool thing, laughing at the plebes, watch them play football, and they all eat like $50 hot dogs or whatever and laugh at everybody in the stadium. I mean,
Yeah.
it's funny. This is going to be a really funny event.
But you're gonna find people who's never taken the train before, but because it's $100, now they're gonna take it.
Yeah.
To them, it's not transport; it's an experience. I mean, you're taking something that a person uses Monday to Friday to go to work, and they
Yeah.
use it to save money.
Sure.
To them, it's real life.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
It's like going to the zoo. Yeah, they're going to fake experience real life.
yes.
Yes.
So
We're gonna have to eat food. We're gonna have to eat $18 crappy nachos and hang out with the sweaty plebes to go to this football match. It's like going to a museum exhibit.
yeah. And
Yeah.
what is happening to? There's also layers of it. There will be the ultra rich, the
Sure.
rich, the semi rich, the
Yeah.
almost rich,
The
and then
wannabes. Yeah.
the wannabe rich.
Yeah.
We're gonna see all of that because if you can only afford 6,000, you're not gonna get a good seat, you know.
No. Right.
And then you have the complimentary tickets that are going for like $72,000, where it'll just be like a group of rich friends. I think it's like 4 people.
There is
And
definitely
they'll get to 1 million too.
there is definitely going to be at least a half dozen Nigerian rap videos of them wearing all white that come out of this tournament. I almost guarantee it. There's gonna be a huge group of Nigerian rappers like hanging out at one of the spots making a rap video. I guarantee it.
Also, we shouldn't forget people who are speculators.
Yeah.
Already, we know that if you bought a ticket last year in October, to resell it now, you're gonna make at least 200%.
Yeah.
That's 6 months. Making 200% over 6 months is it's not something to do easily. But with the World Cup, you can do it. There's already a person who listed their ticket for $1 million US.
Sure.
It looks ridiculous. Whoever's doing it,
someone's gonna buy it.
I say big props to that person.
Yeah.
It might be a joke, but what if someone buys that ticket?
Who's the joke on it? Someone says yes.
Yeah, and FIFA makes 30%. On the resale market, FIFA makes 30%. So they did that on purpose.
There will be I had to travel recently for some of our company activities, so I won't dox myself and tell the public where I was or what I was doing. But the Ukrainians have done such a good job robbing the Pentagon and Americans. Every single time I fly anywhere, there are Ukrainians everywhere. There are rich plastic surgery Ukrainians like just buying stuff everywhere.
And you know, what you're mentioning It's something that I've seen in news often here and there because there are Ukrainian people who left the country, especially the males.
Mhm.
Obviously, if they go back, they might get drafted into the war.
Sure, sure. If they're
Yeah,
poor, not the
if
rich
they
ones.
poor, the
Yeah,
rich ones are gonna. Yeah.
if they're from an established family, no.
So, do you know there's this culture of um America being the best country?
Yeah,
Yeah. What
unfortunately.
what this?
We're famous for our giant number one foam finger, like the giant
Yeah,
head, like we're number one, we're number one. Like everybody on the planet knows the drunk American, woo, yeah, like just the most fat, obnoxious. Like it's a bunch of fat people wearing exercise clothes for no reason, talking constantly screaming about how they're the best at everything.
because I think a bulk of people after the tournament they are going to reflect that wait a minute, people from Australia will
Mhm.
be able to afford it. There are people who probably saved money, they will afford it. Like the median income in Australia is far higher than
Yeah,
than in
probably
the US.
55 or 65,000. Yeah, Australia is
Yeah.
really expensive. Yeah,
Per per capita, the Swedish people are making a lot of money. The Norwegians are making a lot of money.
sure.
People who are coming from the traditional big five soccer powerhouses, they
Yeah,
have universal health care. They don't have to worry about that.
right, right, right.
So
Yeah,
they could take the loan to go and see the World Cup.
sure.
But then it's such a big tournament, Americans will see that wait, we excluded from our own World Cup, you know?
Yeah.
It's not gonna be nice when that is revealed. When that is revealed that not only is Asian countries they're not really invited, so are African countries like Algeria. If I'm an Algerian citizen, I must have $15,000 just for the visa
Oh, yeah, that's a
to put
lot.
up the bond. It's all the poor countries have
So,
to pay a lot to go.
if you're Algiers and you can burn 15 grand on a visa to go see a football match, I mean, that means you're directly connected to like UAE, Qatari, French. Like you're
Yeah.
yeah,
So
you're probably a spy or have weapons or like you're
you have
that's not
connections.
normal. Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not normal at all. You're
Yeah.
going to have some form of connection, some form of wealth,
Yeah.
but Americans are going to see that, wait a minute, this is not our World Cup. It
No,
belongs to other people.
it belongs to other people.
Yes.
It belongs to the global golden 10.
Yes.
You're going to be excluded from your own community. Yeah, like
So
80 or 90% of Americans are not, they might be able to go to Fair Park and like watch it on a big TV screen but they're not
mhm.
going to be able to like get a hotel and go to a match and eat good food and be catered to. They're not going to have a staff. Like they're not going to have a private car. Like that's,
But even at the
uh-huh.
fan zones might be free, but the food
They're
and the
not,
drinks
I know,
are
yeah, not,
expensive.
it's going to be like $10 for a bottle of water. It's going to be $20 for a corn dog. Like it's
And there are
not going to be
104
free.
games.
Yeah.
104 games.
Uh-huh. Right.
That means the American public must be able to spend to go to the fan zone, to
Right.
eat, to drink, all of that. It's gonna drain them. It's gonna find that let's say
It'll easily be $500 a day for just a couple, just for two people. Like
yeah.
it would easily cost $500 to
And now
do the things that are free.
the Australians, the Europeans,
Uh-huh.
The Scandinavians,
Yeah.
to them, they can do that.
Yeah.
But Americans are gonna notice. It's like, wait. The World Cup started. The first match, the USA played against Paraguay. They won the match. Oh, happy. But we don't have money to enjoy the rest of the tournament. But
No, it's over.
when you look around, when you
Yeah.
watch social media, when you watch the news, you will see people enjoying. But those people are not your local residents now.
Right.
And that's when people are going to start asking questions like, but the stadium, it was sold out. If it's sold out, why is it empty? Or if it's full, who are these people?
Right.
And the camera is not shy, it's going to show them.
It's not going to be normal Americans.
Yeah, it's not going to be normal.
It's going to be the bourgeoisie and the managerial class from countries from all over the world. It's not going to be Americans.
And there was a minister in South Africa. This guy was a minister of sport at the time.
Uh-huh.
And there was a Floyd Mayweather fight in Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah, sure.
He went there with public money.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but I don't think he realized that he might appear on screen. He would have went scot-free.
The Americans were obviously going to immediately pan to any foreign high-ranking official that goes. One of the most romantic, glorious things about American boxing matches, boxing used to be way more important and beautiful in the United States. Like, anybody that was anyone would have to go to any of the biggest fight that was happening. Every single mafia boss, every single super Hollywood star, heads of state, like, to all the way up, I would say, until the mid or late 90s, a big boxing match in the United States, all the way from the late 1800s, for 100 years, an important fight was the most important thing to be seen at besides a horse race in the United States. If you're a foreign head of state or a minister of finance or a defense secretary, if you were either in control of the country, in charge of a country's finances, or in charge of a country's military, and you show up to a boxing match on American soil, they are immediately going to pan the camera at you.
And we can expect that at the World Cup. The camera is going to move around. And some ministers, maybe even heads of states are going to be seen.
Yeah.
Heads of states, at least, they're a bit safe. But your ministers, we're going to see celebrities.
Mm-hmm.
Those people, they afford to go and watch the final.
Yeah.
They are the only thing that FIFA now has to manage is how do you get the few traditional supporters to come in and create that atmosphere? Because that atmosphere, you can't really buy it.
The atmosphere is everything. You can't hire a bunch of American fake extra method actors like it's Hollywood and make them sing the songs and wear the scarves and scream and do everything at the right time. That's not possible.
No. There's this interesting contrast with the videos where they were showing soccer fans in America chanting for their team.
Yeah.
And then they showed Morocco. Then they showed Serbia, England. Like, the difference is huge.
It's massive.
One part is like Ringer Roses. One part is like, whoa, everything stops.
Yeah.
So that they can't buy that atmosphere.
You can't buy that atmosphere. Americans are always, even the most rabid American soccer fans, they have to learn the song from a piece of paper and then film a video. Like, the whole rest of the world, it's in their blood. They grow up doing it from the time they're 2 or 3 years old. Like the rhythm is a rhythm that comes from their own body. Like the only way that I can describe it is in the United States, the people that like college football is the closest thing to what I have experienced as a human being from what I see from football and soccer fans around the globe. Like what
Yeah.
watching the football squads from all over the planet, the only thing that can come close to it as an American is college football. So where I grew up going to watch college American football at the University of Michigan, I've been in that stadium before with 114,000 people. I think one time for a Notre Dame game there was 117,000 people, but everybody, it sounds like human thunder. Like everybody's heart is beating at the same exact pace at the same exact time. Everybody is in total rhythm. It is almost a shamanic experience. Every human body, the eyes, the ears, the mouth, like all of the rituals, everybody knows. They were doing it since they were little kids. It feels electric. Like the hair stands up on your neck. The noise is just like the whole building is shaking. It feel like it might fall apart. Like you can't fake that. There's no way to pay actors to do that.
So now that's where I'm wondering, how is FIFA going to do that? Because that's the part that we can't analyze for now. But when we're looking at how the money flows,
sure.
And when I switch on the news and they're telling me that tickets are expensive, they're not expensive. The tickets are an invitation to those who afford it.
Right.
Yeah, and those who afford it will pay, and there's someone somewhere now who's been waiting for at least an hour to buy a $3,000 or $6,000 or $10,000 ticket.
Yeah.
Or they paid someone to wait in line for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is, we know the tickets are selling properly. But what we do know is that normal football fans don't afford that.
Right.
Normal Americans don't afford that.
Yeah.
And the tourism numbers are speaking volumes. By this time, hotels should be booked out, but they're not.
They're not. They can't be. Yeah,
And now, because of technology and people getting to know each other, people are realizing that, hey, wait a minute, I can walk from Canada. And in Canada, hotel prices are increasing slowly because people are starting to book in Canada, in Toronto.
Sure.
Yeah. So when you're in Toronto, traveling to, they're organizing like buses and private vehicles that can go into the United States, because crossing by the Canadian border is way better than passing through the airport.
Right.
Yeah. But who's benefiting from that? That's Canada.
Yeah.
The revenue that Canada was projecting is now about 3 billion more. It's skyrocketing, yeah.
Skyrocketing,
And the United States, now they're trying to downgrade it a bit.
Well, it'll be the same thing in Mexico, right? Because they have infrastructure.
Yes.
Yeah, people will choose to land and stay in Mexico and then drive over.
Drive to the US, yes. The problem with that is that the border driving from Mexico to the US, it's usually long, and it's not easy like in Canada. In Canada, it's much easier.
The crossings, yeah. So the neighborhood I grew up in, you can see Canada from the part of the river where I grew up. It crosses
Yeah.
Windsor. We have two bridges and one tunnel that go to Canada. So all of Detroit's auto parts and everything, like there are some spots in my neighborhood you could almost throw a rock to the Canadian side. Like if you're just out kayaking on your boat and you make a mistake and you cross the line on accident,
Yeah.
one of the national guards, like one of the navies of each country will they'll ride up to you and be like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I'm just like, "I'm paddling a boat. What do you like what do you think I'm doing? I'm sitting in a kayak, dumbass. Like do you think I'm carrying a nuclear weapon in my kayak? What the fuck are you talking about?" But they'll accost you and be like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm paddling a boat." And they're like, "It's dangerous. You crossed the international date line or whatever." And you're like, "Whatever, dude." So um so the so Toronto's not that far. Like it's just a little trip down the Queens
Yeah.
Highway. I think it's 410. But what you're saying makes total sense to me. I think you know the United States is being so greedy, and because of all the wars, the Iran war, the Ukraine war, the Israelis are clearly losing a lot of money. So they're figuring out every financial scam they can get away with in the United States, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there's tons of Israeli AI bots that are buying tickets and reselling them. Like every corrupt person that can figure out some kind of extortion racket scam, they're going to take it to the max. Like
Oh yeah.
The United States is based on like gambling, OnlyFans. Like the United States is a mafia country. Like it's all the rackets, the human trafficking, the sex workers, like the World Cup in the United States is going to be one of the most mafia, satanic, racket extortion things to ever. I mean, this is going to be a real Roman spectacle. There's going to be murder and rape and intrigue and rackets and extortion and money laundering. Like this is going to be one of the biggest mafia events in world history. I truly believe that.
You know, uh, I think it's okay to criticize FIFA, right?
Sure.
But also, the some place where we should give them credit
Uh-huh.
when it comes to the redistribution of money, of income.
Yeah.
They're getting a bunch of rich people to pay for the World Cup,
Right.
and they're gonna take that
Which
money.
they use as a tax write-off. So it
Mm,
benefits them.
yes, it
When
benefits
they were
them.
giving the money, when they were given the money in the first place to donate for free by a bank from one of their buddies at 0%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when that happens, they're taking that money and they're distributing it to the far corners of the world, all the way to your Tonga,
Yeah, yeah,
Central African Republic. The
yeah.
money they're gonna get relatively
Mhm.
because of the World Cup,
Yeah.
it's a lot of money.
It's a
It's
lot
a
of
lot of money relative
yeah.
to them.
Sure, sure.
It- like Europe, the broadcasting money that they're paying FIFA is very small,
Mhm.
but the amount of money the FAs are gonna get, it's peanuts to them. It doesn't mean anything
Sure.
to them. They have to win. They are playing to win. I mean, 10 million for them, it's nothing.
Nothing. It's
Yeah, it's really nothing. Like for the UEFA Champions League, for instance, when Arsenal or PSG won the UEFA Champions League, they would
uh-huh.
have made about 100 and something million.
Sure.
And that's the cost of one player.
Yeah.
A good player costs anything between 80 to 100 million.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So to Europeans, any prize money that FIFA is going to give them, it's just
Mhm.
not enough. It's
Right.
they playing to win. That's
The,
why.
the sports teams that are for sale right now in the United States, which hardly ever happens, the families or the companies that end up owning professional sports teams here,
Mhm.
they really don't like to let them go. Um, an average sports team sale in the United States right now is for like $4 or $5 billion.
Ooh. That's the same price they paid for Chelsea, the
Oh,
American guy who owns Chelsea now.
oh, that makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah, he paid $4 billion.
four
Yeah,
billion.
4 billion.
Mhm.
No, it wasn't dollars, it was in pounds. I think it's 4 billion pounds
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Chelsea.
So 4 billion pounds is like 5.25 billion USD, I think.
Hmm.
Something like that.
But
Um,
he tried to bring weird American things,
yeah.
and people are like,
They're not gonna, they're like, no.
he wanted an all-star game. How are you gonna get people from rival clubs that literally hate each other?
Yeah.
Like if you're
To
playing
play on
for
the same team.
here, if you're playing for Arsenal, you can't drive around with a white car in North London. That's
No.
how sensitive people are.
Yeah. They'll
Yeah,
firebomb you. Yeah.
and he comes and he's like, no, there must be a North and South all-star game.
No.
No ways. I mean, people barely tolerate each other if it's the same national team.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there we go because of it's our country. We being patriotic,
I know,
but
but it's funny. That's how stupid Americans are. Like they base their whole culture on the importance of money. Like if I have a lot of money, that means I'm a smart, relevant person. But when you base an entire social fabric and culture on the worship of money, simultaneously when the acquisition of money and the deployment of money is complete fake satanic black magic. It doesn't make any sense. Your buddies just printed the money out of thin air. Everybody knows this game is fake. Your buddies made the money out of nothing. They gave it to you. You did something actually pretty stupid with it that actually hurt society. You didn't build anything. You were given free money. You did something really stupid with it, and everybody's supposed to pay attention to it. But not only that, but you're also asking all of us to worship you as a god, like you're some kind of genius because you have a lot of money. Like those things don't go together.
mm,
If you're a stupid person that hasn't actually accomplished anything that's made human life better, if you were born in this privileged position and you were given all this free money by a bank, and what you did with it was also kind of shitty and stupid, I don't really like Amazon that much. I would rather ride my bike down to a normal street and do business with one of my own neighbors. I don't want crappy products delivered to my front porch if it puts my own family and friends and neighbors out of business and what I get is really crappy. Like I would rather just I would rather just walk down the street and say hi to one of my neighbors and give them money and give them something for a product that I actually like and send their kid to school. Like these people are so stupid and they want you to worship their marketing and their money and all this wizardry. But it's like, we are surrounded by the failure of you idiots. Look at the building of the European Renaissance. Like, look at our buildings are getting worse. Our buildings and infrastructure are getting worse. And then you have a fat idiot like Donald Trump tweeting at 3 o'clock in the morning some of the most insane things a human being has ever said. And that's the head of state of the supposedly most powerful country on the planet. Like, these people are so sick and degenerate. It's a bad combination to be really stupid and not well read. And you only got a fake degree because of your daddy, and you were a trust fund baby legacy student that your tutor wrote all of your work, and you had a ghostwriter for your fake books that you wrote. You figured out how to bankrupt a casino. I mean, these are the people that are running the world. I mean, just these absolutely insane, entitled idiots. It's a really bad combination to be an arrogant moron. That's dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Like,
Very.
you are an empirically stupid person. Like, listening to that man talk, and this is right after Joe Biden. So it's not like Americans get to say one side is better than the other. This has been going on for a long time. I mean, even someone like Barack Obama, who is probably the smartest person since George Bush Sr., Barack Obama was as smart as George Herbert Walker Bush, and Barack Obama was probably as smart and talented since John F. Kennedy. So, but who was the Kennedy's father? Papa Joe Kennedy was a bootlegging booze smuggler gangster. He was an Irish mafia gangster. I mean, so every time you peel back the onion of this fake marketing project of the United States, these people are not even good at being gangsters anymore. They're so fat, they're so arrogant, they're so stupid, they're so lazy. You have so many people on TV here being like, we don't care about international law. It's the rule of the jungle and we're the lion. So you have all these prep school dorks that have never even been in a fist fight before screaming at the entire planet when they're only 4% of the population of the entire planet. You have all these little, like all these little snot-nosed dorks like, we're going to come and bomb you and beat you up and rape your wife and burn you and light you on fire and steal all your shit. You have all these little snot-nosed dorks being like, oh, we're tough. You guys better bow down and be scared. And it's like, they're so greedy and they're so stupid. They've ripped each other off so much, it doesn't work anymore. Like, everybody knows it's a marketing mirage, fake lie. This World Cup is going to be one of the funniest things to like Lego video. Like, the United States is going to be completely exposed as a bunch of degenerate mafia nerd dorks that are trying to rob everybody.
I'm wondering, do local people there either directly or indirectly show that they are aware that after the Champions League final, the whole world will be watching the United States?
Yeah, I know.
We'll be watching
like 2 weeks.
Everything.
Yeah.
Whenever something happens, especially in cities that are going to host European teams, like for instance, in Arlington, in that area there, there'll be 3 big teams that will be stationed there for the World Cup, for their group games. That's their base.
Yeah,
They
and
want
the Cleveland's are right up the road in Frisco, if I remember correctly.
I can't remember the exact names. They're
Okay.
still new to me,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
within that radius
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
of it's in Dallas, Arlington area. Three
Yeah.
big teams will be stationed. Will use
The,
that as the
the
base.
Toyota Stadium that you brought up was interesting and funny because the first house that I ever bought here was in Frisco. So where the Toyota Stadium complex is and where the
Hmm.
Dallas Cowboys headquarters and practice facility is,
Yeah.
that's one of the fastest growing cities in the United States. It has one of the highest income rates per capita, blah, blah, blah. It's like one of the crown jewels happening in the United States right now.
Hmm. No, the United States cities, they are so they're unique because they have their own culture, their own thing going on. But what I noticed about Texas in particular, Texas is in the middle. So if you're based in Texas, it means you are in it for the long haul. Whether you get into the last 32 and you play in Mexico, or you get in the last 32 and you play in Canada, it's still not far. You can still go there. And if you go into the latter stages of the tournament, you can move from Texas and go to New York easily. But if you based there for a team, it's the most central place to every other place that will be hosting. So I think these teams that are booking in Arlington and Dallas, other teams will also book there, especially if they know that they are actually playing to win. Unlike teams that are just gonna go there and play to participate. Those who are playing to win, they're gonna want to stay there and they're gonna spend money there and they're gonna spend it on locals. And that part is the good part. I think that's where the World Cup is good. But you're right in terms of this World Cup, it's going to expose a lot of things people are just too shy to talk about,
Yeah,
like the politics, the mafias, all of that. It's going to be laid bare.
it's gonna be laid bare. I think it's so funny and interesting. Just because I've been forced to live or work in Texas for 15 or 16 years now. It's going by very fast. But because of my previous career, I spent so much time doing real estate development and opening restaurants. The last 20 or 30 years in Texas, and it really kind of started in the mid 80s. The TV shows Dallas and Dynasty and some of the other ones I don't really remember, but the mid 80s Texas really came upon the scene. And so the oil guys and the CIA and the Jewish oil guys, the the people in Texas that came together to kill an American president live on national TV when LBJ and the oil guys and the Hunt Squad and the Jews, when the CIA, the Cuban stuff, there was when the Texas guys came together to put that crew together, and George Bush Sr. was there standing in the doorway of that building when that happened. George Bush Sr., George H.W. Bush, was at Dealey Plaza. And if I know the documents correctly, I mean, him just being there is very telling, right?
Mm.
And the Bush family, specifically through Brown Brothers Harriman and Grandpappy Prescott Burgess Bush or whatever, the Connecticut guy and the banking lines, that were financing both sides of World War II on behalf of oil interests in the United States. I just think, Texas is a uniquely corrupt state, even by American standards, which is crazy. Like, I mean, Texas operates at a level of mafia equal to like Al Capone and the Purple Gang and Haganah and Ergun. Like, Texas is uniquely willing to participate in fraud and murder for money. Like, it's a uniquely corrupt place. The state
Hmm.
laws are written in a way that every single one of the people in their Congress is allowed to practice privately. Wink, wink, wink. Like,
Mhm.
almost all of their state Congress people are lawyers who have private practice. Like, they don't write any of their own laws. The last time I looked at the numbers, like 33% of their business is directly connected to Israel or China, but we're supposedly hostile to China right now. Like, what? So
Hmm.
it just Texas Instruments, the rare earth minerals, like there's a lot of corruption that happens here, but they market themselves as just like a classic cowboy spit on the palm of your handshake. They operate as like, yeah, it's a deal's a deal. We're about square business. Like, if
You
you
know,
if you listen to the commercials here, it's like all like guns. We're not going to allow no Sharia law around here. Like, it's very they market themselves as a very straightforward, straight shooter, but it's one of the most corrupt places on the planet. My banking career, two of the largest corporate scandals, Enron and WorldCom, were born. They caused market crashes. Like, Texas causes market crashes in this country and murdered a president live on national TV.
hmm.
Like, this is one of the most corrupt places in the world.
So if uh we look at Texas being that corrupt, and by extension, other places in the United States also
Yeah,
being corrupt, and
sure.
then we look at the administration and they realize that hosting the World Cup might not be such a good idea for
See,
our
now
daily business.
it's
But then how do we
now
stop it? The
they
question is,
can't.
how do we stop it?
They don't care. They don't care.
But they have friends who like blue and white flags, right?
Huh? Yeah,
Those friends don't mind uh creating chaos,
and being the fall.
creating, yeah. And also
Uh,
a false flag thing, it's
yeah, yeah, yeah.
something that's very possible,
They're the
especially.
ultimate. They're the ultimate bag man. They have a word for it called cyanine. If you look up cyanine, it's a soft operator. It's
How do
someone.
you spell that?
Oh lordy. Um, I mean, most people just spell it how things sound. Please define the Hebrew word cyanine.
Sayo. Mm-mm.
No, that's not what I said. No, Google's already carrying the water, right? Um, I would imagine it's just SIA psi. Okay.
because when the way things are going, we can't put it past them. I think it's a drastic measure to prevent the tournament from happening, but it is not impossible, especially if they don't stand to gain.
Yeah.
Because in other countries, other host countries, after the World Cup is gone, we know that there's been corruption. Some of it has been unearthed, others not so much. But the World Cup does provide that opportunity to launder money, to be
That's true.
opportunistic, to scam, to put in whatever plan you have to, I don't know, create a Death Star or something. But to stop the tournament is drastic, but I wouldn't rule it out as impossible, especially because
There's
of
no way
what
they're going to stop it. No way.
it'll be too hard for them to stop it. But what you're describing as people who are willing to go the extra mile to get
The
what they
United
want,
States, the United States wants something bad to happen while it's happening.
that's
The United States is taking on a very Israeli ethos right now. They want to be victimized while murdering people all over the planet. The United States wants something bad to happen, which is why I don't put a false flag activity off the table.
mm,
The Boston Marathon bombing, like I don't the weird fat guy at the Atlanta Olympics, that didn't really make a lot of
well,
sense.
yeah,
Uh the World Trade Center bombing, like me and Boyce have done a lot of work
yeah,
on that. I mean, for people who had videos celebrating and saying it was fantastic, there were 6 of those guys that got held for a long time that had direct connections to Mossad.
hmm,
4,000 people that had direct connections to Israel financially, their businesses didn't go to work that day. The guy that owned the buildings at a time took out the world's most aggressive insurance policy only like 2 or 3 months before it happened. Larry Silverstein.
yeah.
The
No,
only
that
day he
it's
didn't go to
suspicious.
work was that day. I mean, this is not like rocket science stuff. Like what like
And um, you'll realize whenever I talked about teams, I put a lot of emphasis on the European teams.
sure.
You know, the World Cup, it's going to be their party, along with probably Brazil and Argentina to some extent,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe Uruguay. But Europeans will enjoy the football. But
Sure.
for the administration that has such a big ego, I mean, just last week, the Chancellor of Germany says all he said was Iran is humiliating the US in this war.
True.
And the administration
Yeah.
just flipped. It's
Mhm.
like, you have low IQ. You do this, you do that.
Yeah.
They're like, we're pulling out 5,000 soldiers. And now you have these guys who are coming to have a party
No,
in
it
your
was
background, in
50,000.
your
It
backyard.
was 50,000.
They're withdrawing 50,000 troops.
50,000 troops left Germany.
So if they're going to do rash decisions like that,
Mhm.
and the Germans are just going to come and have a party there for the World Cup, you're like, the US is hosting us. So we're going to drink all the beer. We're going to do this. And they don't even afford to participate, you know?
It's
Oh,
funny.
yeah, it'll
Well,
be.
so Budweiser is one of the most quintessential iconic American beers.
Mhm.
One of the reason that refrigeration exists in capacity to normal people, one of the first refrigeration was a railroad car by the Anheuser-Busch Budweiser. We
Oh.
have refrigeration in the United States because of beer and Budweiser. I think they were the first. I think they were the first firm to patent and come out with a refrigerated railroad car to send this light blonde, refreshing Pilsner beer everywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, one of the most quintessential screaming eagle, wrap yourself in a flag, American foam finger. We're number one, you son of a bitch. We got the best beer anywhere. Budweiser is owned by Germany. Budweiser was bought out by, I think, the Heineken Group or whatever. But the most iconic American beer in world history that helped create modern refrigeration is owned by Germans.
Hmm. And you know, when stuff like that, they do come out in the World Cup.
Yeah.
They will come out, especially if you have one administration that throws their toys out of the
Yeah.
pot when they're angry.
Right.
Yeah, but I really think the finance part of the World Cup will be a nice window to look into what's going on behind the curtain. We're gonna see.
I think we're gonna have so much fun. This is how I'll close because I don't want to take away from your work. I think what you've done is the most interesting writing and observation I've ever seen around a sporting event. I think it's going to change reporting around the World Cup forevermore. I think what you've done is so relevant and so interesting. I don't think the normal fly by night. I don't think the typical sports reporting is going to be able to take place anymore after people see what you've done around this event.
I think with us, our motivation is not corrupt.
Sure.
We're looking at what's happening and we're presenting what's happening, and hopefully people are more informed.
Yeah.
The same way as when we look at something, we get informed about it.
Agreed.
And just switching on the news tomorrow, I'm telling you, there will be something about ticket prices. There will be something. There will be something of whether Iran will participate or will not participate. There will be something that FIFA is pricing out fans. But all of that, it's really not news. The prices are what they should be because that's who they're inviting. Yeah. And us as citizens of the world, we can choose to participate or not, because you can, these fan zones are usually where things really happen. And with FIFA broadcasting, they create these fan zones so that other places around can't do that. So when the United States play Paraguay, what I'm imagining, they're playing Paraguay, but there are fan zones all around the country. When the United States scores a goal, they can broadcast pictures of everyone celebrating.
Right.
But those are official FIFA fan zones. If they don't exist, people are going to get together anyway. Those images are going to go onto social media anyway.
Every bar and every house. Yeah.
Yes. That's what's going to happen anyway. So it doesn't matter if a person is inside the stadium, is at a fan zone or wherever. There are certain things that FIFA can't control. There are certain things that the government can't control. But there are things that ordinary people can control. Sure, you might not afford to go to the World Cup, but if FIFA doesn't want us there, they just don't want us there. We can't force them.
Right.
Yeah, we can look at what we can control.
Yeah.
And I think with us reporting this, when we look at the other cities too, or we're not looking at them to say that they're going to go bankrupt or to blame them or to blame FIFA. We're looking at Toronto as a whole city,
Sure.
what's going on there.
Yeah.
Same with New York.
Toronto is actually a really interesting, funny place. It's really boring and ugly, like as an observer from the outside. They
Mhm.
don't have a lot of interesting architecture, but when you get inside, that's where the beauty happens. They have buildings there that have their buildings there are basically mini cities. Like they could have 4 or 5 different weird bars. They could have a couple of restaurants with like they have a couple of levels with like food courts and weird restaurants, and then people live in some of the levels. Like the buildings there are really mosaic. It's a weird city. Like it's like, oh God, it's so ugly. Like everything's boring. The weather's almost always bad. Like, but the people are super nice. There's like, you can
I,
drink a beer at McDonald's and eat a pizza, which doesn't make any sense. I was like, what?
I saw a report about FIFA and the Canadian government cautioning restaurant and bar owners from using the World Cup, either the symbol or the name, to
Okay.
get customers in.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So I think it's the Association of Restaurants or something.
Sure.
Now they're creating speakeasy type of vibes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, instead of calling it the FIFA World Cup, they might call it like maybe just the tournament.
Toronto's a really good speakeasy town. Like they already have a really long speakeasy history. Like the
And now,
coolest stuff, the coolest stuff happens like on the low. Like they have a speakeasy history. That's really cool.
and when that gains some form of attraction, a person who's interested in that will be like, wait a minute,
Yeah.
instead of going to Mexico and the US, I can go there and, have
Really
that
have a good time.
and
Yeah.
have a good time there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And all of this, it's going to start showing after the Champions League final.
Mhm.
And that's on the 30th. Is it the 30th or the 20th of May? No, it can't be the 20th. It's not this Saturday, 2 weeks from now.
2 Saturdays. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, 2 Saturdays from now. Yeah, I think it's 2 Saturdays from now. That's when the Champions League final plays.
Wow.
That game, after that game, we are all going to be looking at the United States, Canada, and Mexico.
Right.
Yeah.
It's where the football's happening, baby.
Yes. And by then, I don't think we should be talking ticket prices. We should be laughing about it. Someone put ticket for 1 million. I'm thinking at least
Someone's gonna buy it, and that'll be the funniest story that day.
imagine someone who's saying that, what if I put my ticket up for sale for 200,000 and they miss out on that opportunity?
Yeah.
By the time the last 32 comes and then the last 16, the quarterfinal, the semifinals, I wonder how many people are gonna sell their ticket for $1 million.
Yeah, yeah.
That's funny. I don't think
it's not gonna be none.
It's not zero. We already have one
Not
person.
gonna be zero.
No, it's not gonna be zero. We already have one person who put their ticket up for $1 million.
I think it will be. I think it will be upwards of at least 2 or 3 dozen.
A dozen is 12, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh. I
Okay.
think it'll be in the mid 30s. I think there's enough Japanese and Qataris and UAE. I think there's enough people that are getting robbed in their normal Western city of London, New York, DC, weapons contracts. I think there's going to be enough Saudis. I think there's going to be enough Koreans and Japanese and Aussies and Malay and Indonesians and Filipinos, even the upper level of the Filipinos. I think there's going to be enough people getting screwed over by the United States so bad, they are going to look to start washing cash and exiting as fast as possible. I think the $1 million golden Willy Wonka tickets are going to sell at a pretty high level. The Ukrainians by themselves, I think there's going to be enough cokehead, anorexic, plastic surgery, Zelensky Ukrainian freaks that are going to fucking wash a bunch of money through this tournament.
One thing, this for me is a big prediction. I'm doing a prediction that's very, it sounds extreme for now, but I don't think later on it will be extreme. Either the semifinal or the final,
Yeah.
or any time in the tournament, there will be someone who's gonna want to buy out that train from New York to the MetLife. Will be like, no, I want this coach just for me and my friend.
Yeah, don't. Yeah.
Yeah, either the whole train.
I don't want anybody in the public on it.
Yes, either the whole train or a coach.
Yeah,
something like that is going to happen.
I agree.
That's my claim, and when it happens, I'm gonna laugh. I won't be like, "How dare they?" I mean,
no,
the platform is set for them. Yeah, rich people are gonna have a big party there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and
No
it's
doubt about
something.
it. Yeah,
It's something we can record, and we can analyze what's happening
and laugh
and laugh about it. Yeah. we're gonna laugh, we're gonna have fun. But let's say this is welcome to the World Cup series.
Welcome to the World Cup series. Thank you so much, Mokai. All right, man.
Okay, no thanks, Mark.
Yeah, good night.
Good night.